Good day everybody, welcome back to the channel. First of all, sorry my voice might be a little broken. I'm basically sidelined due to illness, but I wanted to do this video anyway, so let's get it on. Let's talk about the New Jersey Devils. They have a pretty ugly season, so a good reason to wear this pretty ugly jersey. And let's talk about the Devils, because yesterday they fired Lindy Ruff, their coach. Was Lindy Ruff the problem on his own, or is there more? And yeah, I looked for some facts and I definitely found something. The Devils right now, 61 games played, they are 30, 27 and 4. They are sitting 8 points outside the playoffs, 8 points behind the third place Philadelphia Flyers in the Metro, and also 8 points behind the Lightning and the Red Wings, who are right now the wild card teams. In the standing they have the Washington Capitals and the New York Islanders sitting between them and the playoff spots. Both teams have one game in hand on the Devils. They are chased by the Pittsburgh Penguins, who have 2 games in hand on them, and they are 2 points ahead of the Penguins. So the chances of the Devils making the playoffs, they are slim. It's not impossible, but with the way the Devils played this year, I don't give them a chance. I give them maybe a 5% chance of making the playoffs, and of course this had to happen because I picked the Devils not only to win the Metro, but also to win the Stanley Cup, so of course they have to miss the playoffs. What happened to them this year? Where is the problem? And I think the problem was not Lindy Ruff, the problem was injuries, defense and goaltending. Their offensive numbers are okay. Right now they sit at 202 goals scored, 3.31 per game, which is 9th in the NHL. Their power play 22.5%, which is 14th, that's okay. They have 32.28 shots per game, which is 8th in the NHL, that's also okay. Their defensive numbers, on the other hand, they are pretty ugly. Right now the Devils at 213 goals against, which makes 3.49 per game, which is 26th of the National Hockey League. That's not good enough to make the playoffs. 79.2% on the penalty kill, that's 17th. Yeah, that's not perfect, but it's okay. They allow 29.67 shots per game, which is 21st. Aligns pretty good with the goals against. Their major problem, the save percentage. Their goaltenders, Nico Daws, Akira Schmidt and Vitek Vanecek, they combine for an .882 save percentage, which is 31st in the NHL, so second to last, just ahead and just a hair ahead of the Ottawa Senators. This will not take you to the playoffs. You can score as much as you want, but if you allow 3.5 goals per game, this will not do it. Nico Daws, who was their starter recently, 8-10 record, 3.47 goals against, 887 save percentage. Akira Schmidt, 5-8-1, 309 goals against and an 897 save percentage. And Vitek Vanecek, who did not play that often recently, his record 17-9-3, so the best record of all their goaltenders, 3.18 goals against, 890 save percentage. This will not do it. The word was a few weeks ago that the Devils were in on Jacob Markstrom from the Calgary Flames. Markstrom has a very good season, not perfect, but better than his last 2 years in Calgary have been. He would have definitely been an upgrade, and the upgrade that the Devils would have needed, maybe not a few weeks ago, but better a few months ago. The stability in goal is one of the keys in today's NHL. If you don't have goaltending, you will lose more games than you win. Basic. Don't allow more goals than you can score. And the Devils, with their 3.31 goals for, is not perfect, and it's not as much as they can do, but 9th in the NHL, yeah, that's okay. But with almost 3.5 goals against per game, this will not do it. Of course, injuries are a big problem. Dougie Hamilton has right now, of the 61 games the Devils have played, he played only 20. And he is not expected to be back this year. In his 20 games, he has 5 goals, 11 assists, 16 points, but he was also a -8. Not perfect. Jack Hughes also missed a chunk of time. And since coming back, he has not looked like the Jack Hughes who started the season, or even the Jack Hughes that played last year. He is still above a point per game, so very good numbers, but he could be on the race for the Art Ross with Kucherov and with McKinnon and with McDavid. Jack Hughes is that good. He could be some levels further than he is right now. This year, 45 games played for Jack Hughes, 20 goals, 37 assists, 57 points. He is also -10. So these two key guys, and Jack Hughes, Hamilton, they are the key guys on the Devils. Of course, there's Nico Hischier, who has an okay season, a pretty good season even. 50 games played, 20 goals, 25 assists, 45 points. He's a +1 in the plus-minus. That's okay. And Nico Hischier is having a good season. Yeah, he missed 11 games for injury, but that's mostly normal for him. He missed a chunk of time every year. This year it wasn't that big, only 11 games, and his numbers are almost a point a game. That's fine. But these three guys, Hughes, Hischier, Hamilton, they are the key guys. And if you lose one of your key guys and the defensive key guy for a large chunk of the season, this will not do it. No way. They don't have the depth to back that up. They will have it most likely in a few years when their young guys really learned the game. They lost Damon Severson. Yeah, I would have lost him too if I was the Devils GM. He was way too expensive to keep him. And with Luke Hughes and Simon Nemec coming up, right now they have to rely too much on them, but they are the future. Like Luke Hughes, who is a rookie, 61 games played, 8 goals, 23 assists, 31 points. Good offensive numbers, but he's also a -21. So he's still learning the game. It's his first full season. Last year he played, a handful of games in the regular season, some in the playoffs, but really going through an 82 game schedule and learning the game with playing every game. This is a hard task for a rookie defenseman. For a rookie forward, this might be okay, but a rookie defenseman always has more problems than a rookie forward. Nemec's numbers, I don't have them on the paper now. They are okay. I think he was a -2, -3, something like that. 40 games, about 20 points. That's fine. For a rookie defenseman, this is very good. Their point leader is Jesper Bratt. He has 62 points in 61 games. His season is very good. Other guys with good seasons like Curtis Lazar. Yeah, third liner. 56 games played, 6 goals, 13 assists, 19 points, which is okay for a third liner. You take that. But he's a +10, which is by far the best on the whole Devils roster for Curtis Lazar. Other guys who are really disappointing, Timo Meier. Signing a new contract, what was it for $8.5 million? Right now he has 48 games played, so he missed 13 due to injury. But 48 games played, so far that's okay. 13 goals, 15 assists, 28 points for a guy who's making more than $8 million. No, that's not enough. That's not good enough. Also, Timo Meier is a -24, which is the worst on the Devils. So he's scoring some goals on the power play, but his 5-on-5 play is subpar. Nothing else to say about that. This is a problem. If you spend more than $8 million on a guy that goes to -24 and gives you a little over half a point a game, that's not good enough. But as mentioned, their main problem, defense with missing Dougie Hamilton and the goaltending. What can the Devils do against that? This season, I think not that much. It's too late, 8 points out of the playoffs. Will they make it? Most likely not. It has to be some kind of a miracle for the Devils to make the playoffs. This will most likely not happen. In the offseason, they have to get Hamilton back. This will happen. I hope he is 100% for the next season. This should improve their situation. Luke Hughes, Simon Nemec will have more experience. For their second full season, they will be better as well. So defense should improve. Maybe sign a veteran, a Chris Tanev type of a player, a defensive defenseman who can stay at home and give them more stability on the back end. Yeah, and of course, you need a goaltender. Akira Schmidt and Nico Dawes both have good flashes. They both of them could be the backup for next year with a better defensive core in front of them. Their numbers should improve. But what you need and what you do not have right now, if you're the Devils, you need a starter. You need a goaltender like Jacob Markstrom, for example. Of course, not every team can get a Connor Hellebuck or a Thatcher Demko. That's most likely not in the cards. But you need a solid starting goaltender. Maybe you can talk Boston into giving you Linus Ullmark. This would be very, very good for the Devils. Stability in goal. Or you can continue talking to Calgary. Maybe they give you Jacob Markstrom, because they have, with Vladar and Dustin Wolf, good goaltending, which should be solid enough for them. But the Devils need a goaltender. Now they also need a coach. They brought in Travis Green now as an interim coach. I'm not sure if he will stick around. Has he deserved a second chance? Yeah, sure. I'm not sure if the Devils will give that to him, but at least for now, Travis Green to run the rest of the season. Next year, the Devils should come up with a new coach, and let's see what Tom Fitzgerald, their GM, does. I still believe in the Devils if they can get a starting goaltender, as mentioned, a solid defensive defenseman, for example, Chris Tanev, who is a free agent in the offseason, maybe another third pairing defenseman, a veteran who provides experience and stability. This team, I still think, is good enough to be a contender in 2025. I believe in their offense. I believe in their young core with Luke Hughes, with Jack Hughes, with Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, Dougie Hamilton. This is a very good core. This core could win you a Stanley Cup, but you have to give them some help with more defense and with starting goaltending. This is Tom Fitzgerald's job now. Look for a coach, look for this few pieces that you need, and then the Devils should be okay. And I'm pretty sure I will pick them again to make the playoffs in 2025, but not this year. Okay, this wasn't a rant, just a talk about the situation of the New Jersey Devils. I hope you liked that. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? What do the Devils need? What will they do in the offseason? Will they make the playoffs? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and see you soon back here on the channel. Until then, have a good time. Goodbye.